Hello farmers and welcome back to Dark Forest on Farming Simulator 25. Hopefully everyone's having a good Tuesday so far. Hello Walrich, Panther Killer, Sirwell, Miles, welcome. I already got the Steyr and the John Deere See and Spot Weed Sprayer ready to go, because that's the first thing we'll be doing today is taking care of some weeds. So let's get to work. Let's get to work, shall we? Need some herbicide, so let's go over and let's fill it on up. May as well. If you missed the end of last stream, we sold a lot of stuff, and we're up to $1 million in the bank account, which is, I look at that and I'm like, how do I want to spend it? And we're going to find out today how I want to spend it, I hope. Pretty sure we'll put it somewhere. So our cotton field is going to have some weeds into it, but it's in the first growth stage, so I don't have to worry too much about crop destruction. I think this is the first time I've used this See and Spot weed sprayer here. I think I bought it like last fall or something like that. I do need to buy some crawfish feed as well today. When I mean today, I mean the month of April before I move on to May. They're getting kind of low. Just going to unfold this. I forgot how wide the working width is on this thing, so seems like it's a pretty good working width. It's not going to take me long to take care of these weeds now, will it? Oh, okay, got to use how. Oh, the sprayer wheels turn as well on this. All right, so that means it's going to turn really, really fast. So, See and Spot weed sprayer. It's only going to spray where it sees the weeds. So you can see it flickering quite fast, actually. Kind of a slow working speed, but I do need to, yes, I need to fix my audio just a bit. I think my microphone's a little bit too loud today. It's kind of weird. I log in some days, my microphone's not loud. Other days I log in, my microphone's really loud. Don't know why. I'm not changing any settings that I'm aware of. Hello, FS Farmer and Bob. Welcome. Hope you guys are having a good Tuesday so far. Yeah, I'm going to hit that tree. Saw that coming. So, yeah, we'll take care of these weeds. Like I said, it shouldn't take us too long. We got the stuff from the sawmill that I did not finish selling yesterday, so we're going to earn a little bit more cash. But then we should be all set to move on after I take care of the crawfish. I don't think I have anything else to take care of. Oh no, I probably got to feed the fish farm as well, so we'll bring some more corn and wheat down there. But most of that $1 million is probably going to go towards a new direct drill. We'll get the one from the Plains and Prairie pack. This sprayer from John Deere seems like it's flickering more than the other sprayers do. The way it's putting down the herbicide, it seems like that's a graphics glitch that's going on there compared to the other sprayers that we have and how it sprays. Or maybe this one's a little bit more precise on it. I don't know. Yeah, we might get all the way to harvest season today. Oh, that's right. Before I move on from April, I kind of forgot. We need to plant corn. I need to plant my corn. Yeah, I didn't plant that yesterday. For some reason I thought when I logged in like I did all the planting. No, we did not. I think I did the oats yesterday. Just the oats only. So even though we're starting off the day with $1 million, we'll probably end up, I don't know what I'm going to end up with in the bank account, but that direct drill is probably going to cost me just shy of 700. to buy. It's way too big for what we have here, but you know what? We got the money, and it's kind of part of the new Plains and Prairie pack, so I want to go ahead and get it, and we'll use it. The question I have is our Ford going to be able to pull it and run it? It's 100 horsepower for what the drill needs by quite a bit, like 80 horsepower under. But sometimes that doesn't matter too much. Hello, Farmer to Bolt. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Appreciate you dropping on in. Yeah, you can see we're not using that much herbicide at all. Am I going to be able to get this in far enough to get all these weeds? Probably not. Probably going to hit a tree before you get there. Now we got most of it. Round and round. Of course, once I get the headland done, I don't have to worry too much about running into a tree, do I? Probably not. No, this is not the oat field. This is the cotton field. We planted cotton yesterday as well. Not too sure visually I'm enjoying this John Deere sprayer, the way it's putting down the herbicide. It's more like a almost like a disco type of show going on here. But this is the first time I have sprayed this field, so our environmental score should go up. New map, Maisie Lou Farms. Yeah, I saw that about an hour ago or so. It's not a graphics glitch, it's the pulse modularization for fertilizer spraying. Oh, okay. I mean, I've used the See and Spot sprayers before, but I think this is the first time I've had, I think this came with the pulse modularization for it on there. Yeah, I don't like the way it looks at all. I might actually take it off. And actually, we're right by the store. I'm actually going to go over to the store and turn it off. I'm not going to use this for fertilization. I'm just using it for See and Spot spraying for weeds. Hang on a second. Let me fold this up. I'll go to the store and I'm going to deactivate the pulse modularization for it. If it's on. I think it is. I was going to say, better not charge me for taking something off, but I got $1 million. We're good. Is that on? Pulse with modularization. I'm going to turn that off. See and Spot spray is still on, so customize. Okay, reattach to that. Because I don't need that. We're not going to be using this for putting down fertilizer. Alright, now when we go over the weeds, does that look like what I'm used to seeing? Find out in a second. There, that's better. That's what I'd rather see. And if I'm using more herbicide because I've turned that off, I don't care. We're not using that much to begin with. Alright, weeds are gone. Another thing I am going to do is, you can see this tractor is getting kind of low on the fuel side. I'm going to put down that fuel pump that I was looking at yesterday. It was going to cost us $30,000 at the time. But that was before I sold everything, but now I got $1 million. We'll put it down. Kind of expensive fuel trigger area. I don't know if it's one where I just pull up to it and I can buy fuel, or do I have to buy fuel to store it in there? I have no idea. Actually, let me also repair my either tractor or sprayer or both. There's Sam. Repair this for $6,000, and we'll repair that for just under $1,100. Yeah, it's looking a lot better. Okay, I can squeeze this in here, but it's going to be a tight squeeze. We'll have to get that baler out for harvest season because we got oats and wheat fields to manage. Alright, so I did say I want to put down the fuel area, but where should I put it? That is the question. It's not under sheds. I think it's under tools. Yep, there it is. I mean, I could put it over here out of the way. I think we'll just put it like right here. Oh, why would you change the ground? All right, there we go. That filled up really quick. All right, so this acts like a regular fuel station, if you will. So pull up, you pay for it as you buy it. All right, so next step is let's grab the truck, and you can see I did load up all the stuff from that sawmill. It's all loaded up, ready to go. Yeah, I don't think I'll be activating the pulse modularization anytime soon again in FS25. Because it's something I don't see myself using, honestly. Because I fertilize what I drill. Alright, so my score in that field, which I did not show you, but in case you may remember, oh, my score's up to 96. I was at 92. It jumped up to 96, all because I just did that field. Yep, 99 score now. This was down to like 87 or something like that. 14% sale bonus. So I just gained 2% on the sale bonus just by spraying that field. Alright, we'll go sell this. We'll buy some broad stock for the crawfish. And then we'll grab our Ford and start planting in some corn, which shouldn't take us too long to do. Well, there's a quick 92. Yeah, $92,500 back into the account. All right, I need containers. Or is it pallets? No, it's pallets. And crawfish broadstock. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. All right, let's put some bait in for the crawfish. They won't take it all, but I think they'll take 4 of the pallets. We'll leave that one there for now. Actually, let me push that one in. The first time I did this, it accepted it. The second time I did it, it didn't take it after I passed on some time, so just have to keep an eye on it. But that should be good for about 3 or 4 months anyways. Didn't think I'd ever be taking this corner this way as much as I am, or else I would have not put the fence as close to the road in that corner. Might be a repair and refuel type of day. We'll repair the truck, and yeah, might as well repair the trailer because that's going to be cheap to do. Let's get some diesel fuel. That fuel pump, by the way, that is on the mod hub. Don't know when it came out, but it's been a while for sure. Because I think I've had it in my mods list for a bit. Alright, let's grab the Ford next. And we'll grab our new planter. And we'll get the corn in. Is Iowa Plains on console? I could not tell you at all if it is or is not. Alright, so we need corn. And yes, we'll go top this off with seed and fertilizer. I was thinking about possibly getting ourselves the furniture production, which is on the map. It's on the other side of the northern part. Can I fill this up with seed, please? Alright, do I have to... Is this the one I have to exit and re-enter the trigger for the seed to work? Why are we going to be like this? I've used this before here. I need some seed for my corn, man. Don't make me go all the way down to the store to buy a pallet of seed. Maybe it's not close enough to the trigger. Wasn't close enough to the trigger. Alright, even though so the containers were opening, I wasn't close enough. Whatever. So we got this field down here. The original field. And then we got the one across the river, so I'll have to go over the bridge. I only have 2 hours on this tractor. I thought I had more hours on it already, but I guess not. Alright, start unfolding the planter. I'm thinking after this harvest season, this field here and a couple others are going to need to be re-soil sampled. I may just buy it, the samples, rather than going around with a sampler. I think we use a sampler enough where people get the idea. So yes, this field, and I do believe the other field, are going to have weeds in it in the month of May, so we'll have to use the sprayer again. This was a wheat field last year, so did not require plowing. That's why the weeds are growing back. So if the Ford cannot pull the direct drill that we're going to be purchasing, we have a couple options of what tractors that we could use, or buy, I should say. And I would probably buy either the Big Roy, which, I don't know, between the Big Roy and the planter, that would be one long setup. I could also get the versatile quad. But we'll see. Maybe this Ford is going to have the to pull the planter. Sorry, the drill. This is the planter. It'll be a direct drill. Who put that tree there? Yeah, I did not put this field here. This field is, like I said, one of the original fields. When you start in this map, there's 2 fields. You got this one, which I have not done anything to. And the field just on the other side, which I have expanded that one quite a bit. That field over there, of course, is wheat, which we planted in the fall, so that field's all set to go. We just got to wait until, I think, July. That field actually might be August. Yeah, I think that field might be August. I think I'll plant the wheat in the 2nd month, so it's not going to be ready for harvest until the 2nd harvest month, which would be August. And you can see also that we just put down lime last time we harvested this field, so it should be in decent shape. Oh yeah, I should mention that I actually did release an episode of Car Dealer Simulator this morning. Got into that game last night. Figured it was going to take me a while to get myself my first worker. But there's been some updates to the game and getting reputations a little bit better than it was last time I streamed it. So again, we grow the corn for the fish farm, and we also grow it a little bit for the pigs. Our 35 pigs. Seed consumption seems rather low, but according to the chart, we're at the high end of the seeds. We're in the red, so this kind of soil requires a lot of seed. And can I get this all one more pass? I think I might be able to. Then it's off to plant the next cornfield, which is about the same size as this one. Alright, we got to get that little piece there, of course. I do like this Ford tractor, just that from a dead stop till it gets rolling, because it's going through the lower gears. It takes a moment. Let's fold it up because it's not going to go over the bridge with it like that. Well, I mean, I can't even go down this part of the road with it like that, so. Yeah, I was thinking about buying the furniture production and putting wood into that, only because I assume the spawn point's bigger. So instead of filling up 2 sawmills with wood, I could use, put it into the furniture production. And of course, if I put the furniture production at 300%, it's going to go through the wood rather quickly as well. I was looking at the recipe for other parts of the furniture production, which I think will take planks and long planks, but the ratio that it takes to make furniture seems like I would actually lose money if I were to put planks or long planks into that. So definitely putting wood in, I'll make a lot of cash, I think, which, you know, the money on this series at this point, we got more than enough. Now I'm just buying things just because. That's the reason, just because. I was going to have a look, because I'm second guessing myself. Oh, it's gone anyways. Yeah, yesterday the excavator was there where I could put the tree harvester on it, and I was thinking about getting that yesterday. Then I was like, you know what? No, I've been kind of enjoying using the one that I have. It'd be kind of nice to say I cut down most of the trees with that tree harvester. But at the same time, it is tying up our Fendt 926. So I think I would like to have another tractor with about 350 horsepower. The Fendt 824 tractor I have, I don't really use that. I probably could sell that. I bought that used. That was our second tractor that we got in the farm. The 926 was the first. And then a couple months into the Let's Play, the 824 came up for sale. And it was really, really cheap. That's why I bought it. Just to have a second tractor on the farm. But I rarely use the 824, only to shunt things around the farmyard. It's one thing when you play on a forestry map and you make fields. Your fields will tend to be some funny shapes. Because I don't know if you're like me, but when I start cutting down trees, I don't really particularly go in straight lines, as you can see. I just, like, all right, I'm going to clear out this area. My brain, as I'm cutting down or trimming up a tree, delimbing a tree and cutting into sections, my brain just sees a tree and I'm like, okay, that one's next. So what we're going to do is, after I get done drilling this field, which will be just about another minute or so, we're going to put this planter away. We're going to grab our other seed drill. I'll empty out the seed and fertilizer that's in it. We'll take it down to the store. We'll sell it. And we'll buy the new drill. I don't need it until actually like September, but I got the money. I'm going to get it. I'm not going to wait for it to come up for sale because... yeah, at least that way, if I buy it, I'll see where our money situation is and see where else I may want to spend it on. And plus, I need to know if this Ford can handle that drill or not. I mean, I'm not short by 10 or 20 horsepower. We're short by like 70 or 80. Not using a lot of seed, which usually means you're in a good soil area. So it should be a good yield here for corn. Odd-shaped fields give a farm more character. Yeah, it kind of makes it your own too. Okay, so our corn is in. Every time I go over this bridge now, I'm waiting for some part of the implement that I'm hauling to get stuck on the bridge and or kick it off to the side where it pulls me into the river. I mean, I've been into the river once already. And I don't think it would surprise too many if I were to go back in a second time. So this planter just barely fits in here. It's almost like that shed was built for that planter. Well, if it was built for that planter, I'd probably have a little bit more space. But it's just the right size. All right, this is the multi-purpose drill slash planter. It pretty much planted anything I wanted to. We'll empty that out. All right, let's take it down to the store. It's not going to be worth too much. Maybe like 60 grand. Well, I don't know. I'm probably going to repair and repaint it. But brand new, this is like 110,000 planter. Then it does become, where am I going to park the new drill? Because I don't have any place for it currently. So I want to probably get ourselves another shed, which means find another location for one. I don't think I'm going to be able to test the drill because I think I got to at least put seed into it. When I mean test the drill, I'm going to have to activate the drill to see if this will pull it at top speed for working. Repair for 302, repaint for 21, sure, why not? And then sell it for 68,337. All right, we'll leave the Ford running because why not? So drills. So plains and prairie pack, that's what we're looking for. So the drill itself is 312,500. Working with is 25.6, so it's really, it's a little bit on the big side for what we're doing here, but, you know, for funsies. Requires 550 horsepower, and the Ford's a 470. But, yeah, we'll buy that. And then, combinations, we got to buy the cart. Holds 35, do I need... Oh, just adds twin wheels to it. 4,000 bucks. Sure, why not? 3,000. That's for 3,000. Yeah, that'd be nice. 346,500. So I still have 465,000 in the bank account. So the way I like to use these systems... Oh, and I did not check which way... Ooh, do I have that option? Yes. I think this one could be hooked up either way, which one you want to hook up first. I like the drill first, and then the cart. Going over the bridge with this could be kind of tricky. Even going down the road with this in some areas is going to be kind of tricky. What's also a little bit tricky is just getting this lined up just right. And I'm not doing a good job of it. There we go. Now we're attached. Alright, so go back to the farmyard. I can test at the farmyard because it's either going to work or it's not. And if it doesn't, then we just have to get something with a little bit more horsepower behind it. Now the Big Roy, I could afford that. The Big Roy is very cheap for the amount of horsepower it has. But it's going to be a long tractor. Alright, the question is, can I get down the road with this thing? Well, any trees are in the way. I got the chainsaw. I think I can squeeze between here. Oh yeah, got room. Hello, Farmer G. Welcome. I updated your selectable bale mod today. Saw that guy had an update. Hey Sam, check out our new seed drill. He doesn't seem too impressed. Okay, so it's going to be a second here for me to figure out, do I have to... kind of forgot how this works here. Can I just pull up beside these and they'll fill up? Or do I actually have to get them in the trigger? Probably have to get them inside the trigger. Alright, no problem. We got ourselves our telehandler. If I got the telehandler out, I might as well put the manure into the greenhouse, and then we'll switch out the pallet forks and load up our drill. Good old 35 pigs producing that 1,000 liters of manure every day, which is just about enough to keep up with the greenhouse. I also want to... can't remember if this will attach to the tanker or not. Will not. So I was going to activate the water tanker so the greenhouse is always topped off, but that's fine. Greenhouse should be good to go for a few months anyways. Alright, so now my question is that the seed in the front or the fertilizer in the front? Well, I guess it answers that question. Seems like a slow fill. I don't know if it's because it's from the pallet that's slowing it down, or if it's the drill itself that's kind of slowing in the intake. Alright, so now I need to switch this to the back. That should be for the fertilizer. When I fill it from the seed hut, I just have to get the auger pipe pickup area inside the trigger of the hut, and we'll fill it up that way in the future. So I'll be using this in September or October. No, it's probably going to be October. That's when I harvest the corn. And that's when I put the wheat inside the cornfield. So we'll be using this in October. So yeah, just spent $700,000 on stuff, and I won't be able to use it for another few months. But at least now I have it on the farm. And now I'll be able to test out to see if this can handle the drill. What's the working speed of this? 7. So yeah, the one we just sold, working speed of that was 11. This is 7. So it's a little bit slower, but it's going to be almost 2.5 times as wide. Well, these sheds now, I'm trying to keep the middle of the farmyard representable by putting everything away. Alright, so let's unfold this drill and we'll activate it just to see what this Ford can do. First off, fold that up. Oh yeah, I'm backing up with this thing. Yeah, not ideal. So of course with the Ford, I just have to give it a second once I actually start going, because it's going to take a moment to get to the gears anyways. Alright, so 4 miles an hour. Alright, so this, I mean, it can pull it, but as you can see, it is struggling. Let's drop that off as is. Alright, let's park the Ford away. And, yeah, let's see what our two, well, I mean, I got a lot of options, but I think I'm going to probably choose either the Big Roy or the Versatile Quad. The Big Roy I can afford right now. The Quad I cannot. But by the time planting season comes, I could afford it. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot. Also, I need to feed the fish. Also need to empty out the wood chips out of the sawmill. Got some minor stuff to do before I move on to May. So while this is filling up, we'll have a look at the store. All right, so large tractors down to the bottom. Yeah, so the Big Roy is only 219,000 for 600 horse. But man, that thing definitely is different, and I kind of want to go for the different things. The versatile, I could see myself using that somewhere else, another map. And yeah, it's 583, but I can bump that up to a 665 horse. I'm thinking, yeah, this is going to be the same as a Ford that we have, this versatile. So, oh, it's a manual gear shift, though. That's a power shift. I mean, why not? Let's get the Big Roy. It's cheaper. And I'll probably only use it on this map. Manual gear shift, not a big fan of. Only has a top speed of 12, but the Ford, actually the Ford is a little bit faster. I think that's 14 or 15. Hello, Jill. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Thank you for dropping on in today. All right, so I still have 246,000 in the bank account, so I should have it set up now for the drill. If you think about it, the Big Roy can... the planter is almost in working speed faster than what the Big Roy can go. So I'm just emptying out the sawmills. So I was a millionaire, if you're just joining us. But we have just spent a good amount of money, like 900 grand I just spent. Hello, Denard. Welcome. Good Tuesday to you as well. Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to get probably stuck on a few trees with the system I'm about to have. Chainsaw will probably get used a lot this this fall's planting season. We'll see. All right, while we're here, let's grab some corn. Don't know how much corn I need. The fish farm holds about 20. The pigs about 5. So we'll just put 25,000 liters in. Again, this drilling system is way more than what we need here, but we got the money. And it's all about having fun at the same time, so we'll give it a go. I really should have a bigger tractor for moving this grain around. This Steyr is a light tractor, and it gets a little light on the steering when I got grain in the back of this grain trailer. That was about 12,000 liters of corn. Before I feed the pigs, I gotta see what the ratio is. Oh, good. Sam is in the road, but he's on the part of the road I don't travel on too much. Let's see what I need to do for the piggies. Oh, wow, they're not taking too much. We'll just give them all the corn. Just notice that the ground texture around the silo needs to be adjusted. To match everything else around the farmyard. There we go. All right, wheat. And I'm going to guess 12,000 liters should do it. I think it should. But either way, the fish farm will be running for a couple more months again anyways. So it's good. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be putting all the grain in the back of the trailer because that's going to make it just lighter on the steering for the styre. So the only thing left I may have to do is mineral feed for that. It's good for a little bit. Let's get this back into the silo and let's go get the big Roy. See how big it actually is. And in a way, the color coordination for the Big Roy and the drill will match, and the Ford and the planter kind of match. Didn't really set it up to be that way, but that's the way it's looking like it's going to be. All right, Big Roy. Where's my Big Roy? Oh, well, she seems to get up to speed at a good clip. Fish have a weird diet. Fish love corn. Wheat. Did not know they would prefer wheat. And I'm not really sure what mineral feed is in real life made out of, but I do know fish like corn. Well, that's an interesting horn for the Big Roy. So almost $1 million setup just for planting wheat for about 10 seconds in each field is what it's going to come down to. Sam is just sitting by the road going, dude, what are you doing? It's like something out of roadcraft. In some sense, yes. I mean, the tires remind me a little bit of the Tegas in SnowRunner / roadcraft. Alright, so this should get this up to... Yep, 7 miles an hour. Actually got up to 8, so... that's a bonus. So, yep, that works just fine as it should have. But now... Now comes a part of... where to put a shed for this. All right, here's what I'm thinking. We whip out the chainsaw, and we just eliminate trees. Because we all know I got plenty of trees around here. Yeah, we'll get rid of this one too. It's looking at me funny, so it's going. And we'll have to do some groundwork here, because I am kind of on a hill here, but that's fine. I don't need to get rid of a whole lot of trees. I don't think I even need to get rid of those. Yeah, just a few trees, really. I think that'll be enough. Alright, we'll get out of the area. Construction, landscaping. And now I got the landscaping for free and anywhere mod, so we can just take care of this quickly, I hope. If I do get any floating trees or need more space, then we'll just take care of it with a chainsaw. All right, I'm going to go a little bit deeper, because why not? All right, and then we'll do this. To get rid of all those wonderful rocks on the ground. Oh, probably should have waited, because when I put down the shed, that's going to put down probably cement. Alright, and then, yeah, sheds. And we'll probably put down one that matches the one I put down yesterday. Actually, I don't need one. Actually, I'll put down this one here. Yep, back to sculpting. That looks good. Yeah, we got a couple floaty trees back here. That one will stay. That one will stay. Hopefully I can... eliminate that one. That one will stay. Let's go back into construction mode just for a moment. And where are the rocks? Yeah, we'll just get like a little bit of a rock area here because we don't want the ground to be having any type of like a mudslide or anything. All right, that'll work. Lovely. So the plan is for parking this up. Ooh, that is bigger than it looks now all of a sudden. I'm going to drop off the cart. Ooh, is that going to fit in there? Ooh, this may not fit in there. Oh no. Alright, so different shed. Need a different shed. Luckily that shed didn't cost me too much. Sell that. That's fine. Alright, so I need a taller shed. Probably should have done what I always do, is put the shed over the equipment to see if it would take it. I mean, even this shed here. Problem is, that is now getting way out of hand on the size of the shed. Alright, so the base game sheds. Wait, what's this one here? Oh, that is way too small. And this one I don't think is any taller. No, I mean, it's the same. This is the double one of this one. Why is this shed here 7,100? And that's this one here, which is like the double one of that one, cheaper. How tall is this shed? Nope, not tall enough. I mean, go with that one? Yep. I think we'll go with this one. But now we're getting a little bit on the big side of things, but that's okay-ish. Sorry, just trying to get it kind of lined up with the sawmill a little bit. If I need more space, then... Oh, don't tell me you overlap. Just place. And I want you to place this place. Alright, the big Roy, and that is put in. Oh! Alright, I can make that work. When I pull up the truck, just have to go a little bit off to the side. That's fine. Kind of forgot about that part of it. Drop that off there, and we'll move the cart with the stire. Should be able to just move that. I really don't need the mod for the refund. I mean, if I want to refund it, I could just use the power tools and just add the money back in. I mean, the shed only cost me $5. I sold it back for $2, so I lost $2,000. So I'm not going to be too concerned about that. All right, so that's everything for now. Let's see here. Am I done with the grain cart? I did bring the wheat down. Yeah, I did bring the wheat down to the fish farm, right? Yes, I did. It's full. All right, so they're good. So I planted the corn. I took care of the crawfish, the fish, the pigs. I think we're all set. Yeah, if I put down like a shed that costs like 300 grand and found out, nope, that's not working, and it sold it back and it's got 150, I would just put the 150,000 back in my account. I think I did that on Riverbend Springs when I bought the cotton harvester, and I put a shed down and I did the test. I'm like, oh yeah, that'll fit. And then there was like a ghost image of something or other that wouldn't allow me to go in there and park. Actually, no, that's the wrong button. Slurry. Where can I sell the slurry? Alright, the slurry isn't worth a whole lot, but let's get it out of the pig barn. And we will sell that. Where is the trigger for the slurry? Wait, there's a trigger here. Is that for the slurry? It is. Slurry I'm not doing nothing with. With only 35 pigs, they're not going to produce a... I mean, the pigs have been down for like 5 years. And I only got 25,000 liters at this point. So it's not enough to justify getting ourselves like a tanker and put slurry on a field. I don't have any grass fields, thankfully. And I had to come down here with the tanker anyways to put some more water in. Now, this is not going to bring in that much money, but it is bringing in some cash. Oh, not too bad, actually. $1,100. That's more than I thought I would get. That's filling up. Let me just make sure that's topped off. It is. So I mean, I'm still gonna be bringing in a lot of cash. You know, do I need to start looking at? Like I said, I would like to decorate around the whole pond area, but I don't own this lot here across from the pond. That would cost me $221,000. But I mean, you can see the amount of land I have. Just right here, I have not touched. We got a whole bunch of land back here, and here I have not even touched. We'll probably buy that land at some point, but maybe I'll, like I said, buy the furniture production to put wood in. That's right, we got some olive oil that we got to sell in the summer months. Wait, the trigger for water is way over here? Let me just put this tanker in a much better area. That way when I put the manure in, I got a little bit more space. Alright, that will automatically get dispersed into the greenhouse from there. But that did free up. Now I got another shed for the drill. It did free up a spot in this shed for something. But we'll close that up. And I'll leave that open because I'm going to be doing some weed spraying in the cornfields. But we're ready to move on to the month of May. That's right. We also got our loans. Do I want to? I could probably pay off, not all of them, but I could pay off some of the loans. Now they give me a cotton module harvester for sale. Don't need that. And we don't need that kind of a drill. And we don't need that either. Or that. So back into the Steyr. It's the best tractor for taking care of the weeds. The olives. The olives do need to be plowed. They need to be fertilized. The question is now, we got a couple months with the grass growing. Does it need to be mulched? So we'll take care of the weeds, and then we'll go look at the olive grove and see what needs to be done there. Actually, by putting in those two sheds, they're I don't want to say they're hidden, but I do like the locations of them, the way where I put them for my farmyard. I think they fit well there. Unfold. Thank you. I'll hit the button another time. However many times I need to hit it, we'll do it. We'll be at some point get another 200 horsepower challenge again. Most likely, yes. That is one of my ideas for my next recorded series. So, I mean, I'm not going to... Like I said, I haven't had it really a chance to look at any maps per se for the next recorded series, because last night I felt like getting into Car Dealer Simulator and getting an episode out on that, so I didn't get a chance to look at maps last night. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm not going to get around that tree, am I? You know what? Start clearing out some trees around the field. They get in the way, they're going bye-bye. The thing is, and it's always been... Alright, that was my fault, running into that tree. The thing is, with the smaller equipment, it's always hard to find that kind of stuff on the mod hub. A lot of the stuff... Really? Going to hit the tree again? Of course, why not? The thing is, with stuff on mod hub, it's usually the bigger equipment that gets modded, or average size, bigger equipment. You don't really see a whole... I mean, there are some out there, but when you want a variety of stuff, it does make it a little bit difficult. And then, of course, if you are going to a 200 horsepower challenge, by the way, what that means, if some people are not understanding, is not using anything over 200 horsepower. there's no sense of playing like on a big map because obviously playing on a big map and you're playing on a 200 horsepower challenge, that's going to suck. How about a 100 horsepower challenge? How about you go watch another channel, Farmable? 100 horsepower. Is there a harvester that's under 100 horsepower? I remember when I did the one for Solyndra, it took me a while to find, I think it was a John Deere harvester I used there. It took me a while to find that harvester. That was on the edge. That was like 195 horsepower. But yeah, like a challenge like that, not only would I have to find a map to where it doesn't seem like, I mean, this is, take for example, if I did a 200 horsepower challenge on a map like Fresh Stocks, that would seem kind of ridiculous. I would buy one field and probably have to separate it into like 3 or 4 fields. Actually, I'm just kind of curious. So, you bring it up. If I were, wait, where was I looking for? Well, that direct drill only requires 140. I was looking at how much do the drills need. Even this Pottinger requires 2. So these are the drills. Once you get above that, you need more than 200 horsepower. So you're looking at these drills only. Planter, that requires, this direct drill planter requires 200 horsepower. And the reason why I'm looking at direct ones, because I would definitely use precision farming, so a direct drill is very important. That requires 250. I don't think the Massey Ferguson combine's under, that's 250 horsepower, so that I could even use this combine. What's the New Holland TX32? The TX32 would work. What about Omatana's? That's 250. So yeah, 200 horsepower challenge. It's not just finding a map. It's starting to where I have to look for equipment that I could use as well. Right now, I barely have enough time to, like I said, check out maps. So we got to take care of the weeds in this field and in the other corn field that we drilled. And what else do I got to do in the month of... Oh yeah, check on the olives. Geez, you just mentioned it like 30 seconds ago and you almost forgot. Well, yeah, there's always a way, but it's a matter of trying to keep it somewhat realistic at the same time. Because, I mean, I could also go in and change the horsepower requirement on those implements if I wanted to, but I'm not sure if I'm ready for the 200 horsepower challenge. Alright, across the river. A little easy on this side because there's a lip on the bridge. Just a few passes in this field. Yeah, well, Lisa will put the fertilizer on the olives. We'll take care of that. And if it doesn't need to be mulched yet, I'll just wait. I mean, I do need to plow it, but I want to mulch and plow at the same time, so if it doesn't need to be mulched, we'll wait on that, see if it ever shows up. But at least we'll fertilize the olives after this. So again, I alternate the fields between wheat and corn, corn to wheat. As oddly as it sounds, I need the weeds to grow once in a while in the field to keep our weed score up. Because it doesn't seem to work in FS25 of taking like the See and Spot sprayer in a field when it has no weeds to take care of and just turn it on for a second and it doesn't seem like the score goes up. So you kind of need weeds for it to work. Yep, gonna hit that tree. Kind of wish I had this mod in real life. Walk up to a tree with a chainsaw and the whole thing just disappears. I got a few trees I need to take care of my property that need to be gone. I think with the $185,000 I have in the bank account, I'm going to look at the loans that we have. And I think I'm going to eliminate the one I took out for buying the cotton module harvester. That one should be low enough at this point. I owe $142,000 on that one. Actually, I only owe $161,000 on both loans. Let's go ahead and make a special payment. And we're going to do 142, 124. And what do I got left for money? 43,000. Let's go ahead and just let's get rid of both of them. 18,923. And there we go. Technically, we have no more loans. It's probably like, it says 0 here, but I'm guessing it's less than $1. But I have 20, well, just shy of 25,000. I haven't sold a lettuce or wood yet today either. So, no more loans. And actually, now that I got an open bay, I don't need to sneak the weed sprayer by the baler. Put it over here. And I don't think I need... I only kept 4 straw bales. I don't even need 4 straw bales for the pigs. I've barely gone through it. Or I should say I haven't gone through it at all because they're all 4 are still there. Alright, let's get over to the olive grove area. This is close enough. Does it need mulching yet? Just says still needs plowing, so whatever. This is not the plow, this is the fertilizer. And I'm going to spray on the outside of the path. So I don't remember in FS22 with precision farming, when it came to spraying the grapes or olives, I don't remember precision farming working on them. But it seems like it is here. I got to make 3 passes anyway, so we'll just do it like this. I know I'm overlapping here, but it's fine. I was pretty pleased with the amount of olives we got off the grove. But then again, it was 3 years since the last time I harvested olives. Way back in like January of 2022. That would have been on no man's land. So a lot of things have changed since then. It's really hard to see with the ground texture, but I can see a little bit of where I've been. Interesting. The fertilizer it needs here is very little, if none at all. Wonder why that is. Oh, this field, or this side of the olive grove, I think I fertilized it before precision farming. I don't remember now. The grass field is 100% on weed control. I can't remember if I tried it on Penye after the update. If it would spray on a grass field because there's no weeds there. Come on now. What am I stuck on? I probably should just have a look, because all the olives have been made in olive oil. Wonder how much we're going to get for them. Again, I'm not going to make a lot of money off the olives. I don't think I'll get my money back for the amount of money I put into the equipment and putting down the olive grove. But then again, it's doing something different and having fun with it. And so far, I mean, it's only been a year, but so far I'm having fun. Hopefully it's not like the grapes on the hills of Tuscany where I did it for like 3 years. And after 3 years, I was like, yeah, you know what? I don't want to do them anymore. Hello, Skender. How is the farming going? Hopefully you're getting a good yield. So at least if I don't get back to the olive grove and forget about it, at least it's been fertilized. Can't drive down the center of roads today. So this, parts of these are still over fertilized. So yeah, I guess I did fertilize these before I did soil sampling, probably. All right. Best $250,000 I've ever spent for olives. So we did harvest the olives last season. Going to check here in just a second to see how much money I should get for the olive oil, when I sell it. So we'll see how much money we're making on these per season. Let's see what they're worth. Olive oil, 30,000 before the bonus. So I'll probably get 36. So making $36,000 a year on the olive grove. So that would take me 20 to 25 farming seasons to get my money back on the olives. Not bad. I just gotta harvest these 20 to 25 times to get my money back on the harvesters, the sheds, the land, the mill, and the money I put into it every year. Yeah. Good times. 6.7 tons per hectare. That's freaking awesome so far. Well, that's good to hear for you. I think I'm all set for the month of May. Let me just make sure we don't have any weeds anywhere. Nope, no weeds anywhere whatsoever. So I think we'll go on to June. In June, our oats should be ready for harvest. Yeah, let's just go to June. I heard a little bit of hail there. That's not good. All right, so yeah, we don't have a loan or loans anymore. Everything's paid off. We got a good amount of lettuce. I'm sure we got a good amount of wood material to sell. The oat field is ready. Oh, the oat field is not ready. Oh, I'm thinking of barley. Barley is ready in June. Not oats. Well, oats would be ready the following season, so that's, or next month. All right, let's go ahead and sell some of this stuff. Get some money into the account. There was a leasing fee overnight. That is with our tree harvester, but I've had that lease now for a long time. So let's go back here. We'll grab our semi and start loading up some stuff. Park here for a bit as we load up, and you can admire the Big Roy with our new drilling system, which is overkill for what I'm doing here currently. Is there wood left in the sawmill, or did we run out? We ran out of wood. And yes, there's a lot of pallets to spawn. Yeah, I am thinking, instead of bringing the wood here, actually while it's waiting, let me go ahead and just visit. I think this is it. Carpentry, visit. Yeah, the spawn area for furniture here is huge. So I think it's 300,000 for this. Yeah, 300,000 for that. So instead of, you know, the sawmills are great. It's just the spawn area is rather small. We have to wait for things to spawn. I think if we buy the furniture production and put wood in there, it'd be a lot easier. And furniture sells for a decent price. And I think the ratio, if I have not shown you before, carpentry for wood, 10 wood gives me 17 furniture. So that's a pretty good price, or a pretty good ratio, I think. All right, let me go sell this because I got a lot of prefab walls. When did I sell the wood last? Well, whatever. Let's go sell it. Oh, haven't, why is the trailer leaning to the right? Probably doesn't like the pallets of wood beams on top or something. So, I mean, before I really put money into the furniture production, or AKA the carpentry, I need to be looking of where to start cutting down some trees for make another field, I guess. Yeah, just ignore the lettuce flying everywhere. Is it going to be... Oh, teleported. Where did I teleport? Oh, there. Any more lettuce? No, no more lettuce. The fish and crawfish. Crawfish 3,400. It's not a bad price. Fish 1965. I think I'll sell the fish and the crawfish. I mean, the price is still pretty decent. I wish it went... Try to load it on top of the prefab walls. I could stop making the prefab walls, but when you're trying to use up the wood that you put in there, so we're back up to almost 150,000, even though I spent pretty close to $1 million today. I don't know, I keep thinking oats were harvestable in June, but no, it's July. It's just barley. I think it's just barley is the only crop, well, or spinach, I guess. Probably got more pallets than that, right? Oh yeah, we got like 6, 9, 14 more pallets. So this mill here, I probably won't put any more wood in. If I have to, I'll take out a loan for the carpentry. We'll start making furniture. Because I'll be able to go over there and load up a lot more pallets quicker than what this does. And if the carpentry tends to go through the wood rather fast, which it could, because I can boost it up to 300% production, maybe I'll get rid of both sawmills. I mean, I think these sawmills are producing pretty good for us. But we really don't need the cash anymore. Sure, there's some things I still could buy, but we're bringing enough cash, as we can see. All right, 6 more pallets. 4 more pallets. Only spawned one, which is cruel, so 3 more pallets. It's nice to unload and just reload, and it looks a little bit better than what you stacked up already. Oh, stop spawning 1 pallet. I forgot who made this sawmill. But to any modders out there listening, if Farmer G is still here, cough, cough. When you make something like this, don't make the spawn area so small. Alright, that's all the pallets we got there. But really, I mean, look at Farmer G's greenhouse, what he did. He double stacked the lettuce, or double stacked the pallets, and also doubled the size of the pallets. I'll go sell this. And then we'll grab the fish and the crawfish. We'll sell them. Don't think I'll get up to 300,000. Well, that is 200,000 we're up to. Gotta be careful those front 2. Yeah, I don't know why the front 2 pallets. I mean, they auto load nicely, but unfortunately, they don't strap in. Look at all those fish swimming in there, baking in the sun. I just need to wiggle this out, put it back in, and I'll take it. There we go. Is there any more? Oh, guess that answers my question. Actually, there's 2 more pallets after that. Should open up a seafood restaurant with all this crawfish and fish that we're selling. I think this will get us up to 250,000 after I sell all this. Didn't see how much all this was worth. All right, might be better than 250. Okay, we're up to 300,000. I guess I can afford the furniture factory now. We're just raking in the cash here. Well, you know, we got the money. Let's just go ahead and buy it. Visit. All right. I mean, as much fun it is selling all these wood products like this, just waiting here for 5-10 minutes for all these pallets to spawn, is getting to me a little bit. So it'd be nice just to go over to the furniture factory and grab. Looks like it's got room for about, I forgot how big the pallets are for furniture. I think they're standard pallets. Looks like it's got room for like about 20 or 30 pallets over there. Is this one out of wood too? I'm guessing it is. If that one's out, then this one... No, this one's still running. It's got 4,000 liters left, so, you know, not a whole lot. So I guess what I could do is... We own around this corner here, so maybe put a field in up here. Don't know what the terrain's like. I mean, I could just start cutting down trees there just to cut them down. I mean, I don't have to really put a field there if I don't want to. And let me go sell this before the all-loading trailer decides it wants to tip one way because it's too heavy on one side. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to buy in the store for the farm. Other than buying a self-propelled tree harvester. Can't really think of anything off the top of my head. Patience is a virtue. I have patience sometimes. Okay, we still got a good amount of pallets here to move. But I think I want to get on to harvesting. And I don't really need to sell those ASAP, so we'll leave them there. Let's go ahead and just double check on... Alright, we got plenty of broad stock for the crawfish. That's good. Fish farm, the mineral feed's getting... I gotta give them mineral feed. I'll do that when I get the grain trailer and I'm getting ready to go over to the oat field. We can top them off with some mineral feed. Yeah, we got water. Granny's knitwear, doesn't matter. And the sawmills, yeah. So I think we're all set. I did check the sale page. Oh yeah, the cotton harvester, yada yada. Nothing really there. Alright, so now the oats should be ready for harvest after we take a snooze. It's not that big of a field. Well, there's a Volvo truck, but I like the truck that we have and nothing else there. All right, so... Oh, let me just... before I just run on down there. Yes, oat field is ready. Let me just enter here for a second. Needs plowing. So it doesn't say it needs to be mulched. So is it only the grapevines that need to be mulched? I mean, I'll probably put the mulcher on the front only because it'll help me see what rows I've been in when I plow. Because plowing does not get rid of the weeds and such. Also, I wonder if I bring the See and Spot weed sprayer over, I wonder if I just take... I wonder if I could spray enough to get... Because this field score sucks. It's only a 52. Because I'm not direct drilling here. I don't know why it doesn't register the lime and the pH value, though. Not sure. But anywho, yes, we are all set for harvesting some oats. So let's get the things that we need, which is a cat Lexian harvester. Might as well go top this off with some diesel, just to be sure. And I probably got enough room just to go ahead and grab the header. I was thinking pulling the header out with a trailer. Wow, how about a tractor? Yeah, a tractor probably works better. But looks like I left the drawbar out far enough that the harvester can just attach to it. It should attach to it. Alright, let's head on down to the oat field. I think, honestly, because, you know, money-wise, we see that we're fine. I'm going to chop up the straw. I'm not going to swath it and bale it and pick it up. I got 4 bales still for the pigs from last season I haven't even touched. So it's not like I need straw bales for the pigs. We got some. So I think we'll just chop it up, and that'll save me a job from baling. Sam, what the heck are you doing way out here? Sam is expanding his his hunting grounds for squirrels. I think I'm on chopped, which I should be, because the last thing I harvested was corn. Yep. And again, I just put oats in because I really want canola in this field, but we just barely made the field this spring and I couldn't plant canola, so I figured, you know what, if I'm going to wait to plant canola in August, I might as well just put a crop in here that I can harvest before that, and we're going to put these oats into the grain mill for flour. Yield in this part of the field that we're in is 94/95%, so that's pretty good. So we got some decent soil here. With precision farming, do I get a mulching state with chopped straw? Ah, we do. Is this not a flex head maxed on? Doesn't seem to flex as much. All right, so it's the one I own. It is a flex. It is a flex head. Doesn't seem to be flexing that well, or is it the angle? Kind of like the same problem I have with a Fendt, or so the Fendt Ideal combine. %121% yield in this part of the field. That's really, really good soil. Actually, it's a nice sized field for kind of throwing it together over the winter. Yeah, so probably for the wheat fields as well, I'll probably just chop that up. I mean, yeah, we got the baler, we got everything we need to make straw bales, pick them up. But just to sell them for like 10 grand, I mean, don't get me wrong, in real life, 10 grand, yeah, sign me up. But in Farm Sim 25 at this point, especially what we're doing here on the farm, we're good. I'm actually going to stop this right here. We'll leave the engine running. We'll be here shortly. Of course, when I mean shortly, it'll take a moment with the Ford. All right, what I need to do is buy some mineral feed because I'm going right past the fish farm. And I need to top that off with some mineral feed. So I'll see how much I can put into there. We'll buy just a little bit under that. All right, let's see what the fish farm has in it, or does not have in it. Oh, I can put in 19,000 liters of mineral feed. Once I find it. Oh, there it was. Close enough. And also while I'm going past the truck, load up a couple pallets at a time as I go by. Now, the one issue I'm going to have, because I don't think I'm going to get around it, is the oats, like I said, needs to go into the grain mill to make flour. I don't think the Ford is going to sneak by the olives and the river. We'll see what happens, I guess, when I get over there. Trying to figure what kind of fish we got. Not quite sure, because someone did ask what kind of fish are going in here. There's our beautiful cotton field right in front of us, which made us a fortune in clothing this past spring. Could cut down all these trees in here and replant some different ones. Sorry, I shouldn't say replant, meaning grab a planter and plant them and watch them grow. I'm thinking of more just purchasing them from the store fully grown. Kind of forgot, is there an option that I did not get at the time when I bought this combine for a longer auger? Or is it the other combine in the mod pack? The auger is just about as long as the header itself, which makes it difficult to get the trailer underneath. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Hello, John. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Tuesday evening. I think I got this one here, right? Yes, this one here. Yeah, the auger, there's no option for the auger. Is the auger longer? It is. So I guess I could save up and swap out the Cat, Lexi, and combines. This is the 8900. What's this? The other one? The other one's a 6900. I mean, do I need that much horsepower? Don't think so. Plus, I would get the tracks. Oh, I got tracks on the current one anyways. Well, the only reason why I would swap out to the other combine is for the longer auger pipe. Don't know how much this combine is worth currently. I only got 2.7 hours on it, so it's probably knocked it down by 300 grand. We're at your granddaughter's for tea. It's her 14th birthday. What's more important, her 14th birthday or watching my first harvest in this field? It's priorities, man. Well, I hope you had a good time over at your granddaughter's. Well, so I just said maybe like 10 minutes ago, I wonder what else I could buy in the store for the farm. Now I know. It's getting the bigger combine just to get ourselves a longer auger, so it makes it easier to unload. And I'm guessing also it probably had a bigger grain capacity as well. I mean, this one's not bad. Spaghetti meatballs. Now, see, that's going to get me hungry. I had a light breakfast, if you want to call it breakfast, but I had a light meal this morning. Come on, get that little piece over there. Lovely. Like when it happens like that, where you're not sure if you can get the whole section. Homemade meatballs, no less. Well, they better be homemade meatballs. All right, so that's all the oats. Just out of curiosity, let's see how much this cat is worth. Okay, it shows it here as a class Lexium, but that's fine. It says 215,000. Boy, that price, the value dropped on that quite a bit. All right, fold this all up, because this needs to go back to the farm. Well, I'll probably keep it here until the wheat is ready for harvest. Oh, actually, probably not. The canola is going to be able to go in here before that. All right, let's see me not get over to the grain mill with this. Might be surprised. I might be able to walk on the edge of the riverbank and get this in. I mean, I don't want to really delete any olives, but as we just saw, I'm not making much off these olives per year, like 36,000. So, like I said, in about 10 years, or actually more like 20 years, I'll get my money back on the, on the olives. Ooh, might be able to do this. Oh, yeah. We're in. Okay, I need to open up the grate here. What? Curious about a couple things. Alright, so that door does not open. What does this do over here? Is that a light switch? Turn on lights there. Sounds like the, sounds like it's actually turning. But it's not turning currently. It will be in a second, though. While that's unloading, let's go into here. Grain mill and oats. Activate. That's right. Only holds 27,000. Why didn't you take the last of the oh, you know what may have happened? It may have hit may have hit one of the blades on the windmill. Actually, I probably should reclose that. We don't want any water getting in there. Think that was mackerel at the fish farm? I would have no clue. Alright, I need to walk this out of here. Watch out for your olive oil. And yep, I thought about when I was putting in the olive grove and cutting down the trees here, did I want a bridge going right across to the farmyard? And I decided on no, because I just like the looks of it the way it is. If I put a bridge here, I think it'd just be a little bit more of an eyesore. It's not like I'm going to use a bridge that often. Alright, just got to take it easy here at this corner. Alright, time to crawl back to the farmyard in the Ford. Actually, the harvester could come up this way because this wheat field is here. So this whole area that we're going through, the fields to our left, the road here, this was all forest at one point. Corn's looking real good. So I don't think our next harvest is going to be until September. So I guess put the trailer away? Maybe I'll take the harvester down to the store. I'll repair it, repaint it, and see what the actual value of it is then. And see how much money I need to have to upgrade to the next Lexion. Because, I mean, if I got a few months till harvest season, I might be able to swap out the harvesters. Lost track. There's got to be more in here. 2, 3, 6. All right, let's jump on down. Wait, where was I? Here we are. I mean, do I want to take the chance now and just sell it and kind of force myself to kind of work our way towards there? I mean, we should be able to come up with enough cash, I would think. Although, I don't have any wood in the sawmills. And being the month of July, we're not going to be selling crawfish and fish again until next spring. So I'm going to need to get wood into probably the furniture production to be the smart thing to do. But let's see what this thing would be worth after fixing it up. Went back to my first map. How can replant some crop and field? I mean, if you're just back on the same save, I mean, you should... Unless you sold all your stuff. Alright, let's see what we got here. If I were to... Oh, I don't have enough money. 70,000 to repaint. $70,000. That's a ripoff, man. And again, I got 2.8 hours on it. I've used it for 2.8 hours, and it's $70,000 to repaint. I'd like to talk to someone about the repainting in Farming Simulator. 2 more pallets. Well, maybe it's time to get the tree harvester and start cutting down some trees and getting them over to the furniture factory and or the sawmill, but I think I prefer the furniture factory, honestly. Since we bought it, I want to put it to use and see how fast it actually runs. KFS Farmer, thanks for being here today. Appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and hope you have a good Wednesday as well. Okay, so we are up to 73,000, but I'm not going to repaint the combine yet. I want to keep that money in the account in case I need it for something. So we'll grab the logging trailer. And we'll head on down over by the wheat field on the other side of the river, going towards the furniture factory. And I think we'll bring the 926 Fent over and start ripping down some trees. Okay, so there I go, over the bridge again, and it almost spun me into the river. Let's see if I can raise the ground up a little bit there. That looks good. Bring it back here, and now we'll just smooth it out in here. Is it the same on this side? Yeah, let's see if I can raise it up a bit. There we go. And then back here we'll smooth it out. Oh. Alright, that should be better. Should have done that a while ago. Well, it is kind of snug in throughout here, so I think I'll park this here. Let me just check the map. Yep, we do own here, so I think we'll start cutting trees down right in here for now. 926. I know where you're at. There we go. And the 20 hours on this tractor are all hours that we put on it. We did buy this one brand new the first day that we were here. And I would say 15 hours of it had been cutting down trees. So the reason why I'm not buying the cooperage is that does not do anything for production with raw wood, but the furniture production does. But I'll double check on that. Not that it matters now because I own the furniture production. But I do believe the cooperage does not do anything with raw wood. Whoop, wrong button. Category. I said the cooperage, but here it's called the cooper. So it needs planks long, planks, planks long, planks, planks longs, and planks. So I'm going to leave the furniture production just at 100% production for now, because I'm not going to have that much wood. At least I don't think I will. I don't want to spend the next hour and a half here cutting down trees. But this will also make the road a little bit wider. Well, I'm not making the road wider, but it'll be easier to drive on down the road. Now, the section to the left I don't own, correct? Yeah, I don't own this. This would be like $221,000. And I've already spent over $1 million today, so... Actually, I'm probably getting close where I spent 1.5 mil. 300,000 for the furniture factory. Like 900,000 for the tractor, the drill, and the seed fertilizer tanker. Bought some sheds. So yeah, I know the title said I'm a millionaire, but I was. Well, technically we still are millionaires, just where the money is located. It's not in the bank, it's all on the farm. So I'm cutting down these trees. I don't know if I'm going to be putting a field over here or not, or what I'm going to do with it. But right now I'm just cutting down trees just to get a production back up and running, to get us some cash so I can swap out our harvesters to a bigger Lexion. I just need a longer auger for the grain header that we have. The corn header, not a problem. Grain header, the auger is the same length. So it's a little tricky to get the trailer underneath the auger. So probably by repainting the harvester and I sell it, I should get my money back on the money I put into painting. So that's probably going to be worth like 300 grand. So just by upgrading up to the next harvester, I'm going to need like 250,000 in the bank account. And how many trees? Are we at 900 trees yet? We got to be close to 900 that I cut down. Not today. Actually, we're at 936. Not going to get to 1,000 today. I'm not going to cut down that many trees. I don't think. But... yeah, when I'm off camera cutting down trees, I can get into a zone and cut down way more than I thought I have. But I do want to make sure I don't spend the next hour here just cutting down trees. Although some may enjoy watching it for that long of a time. I'm sure the furniture production can hold a decent amount of wood. Let's see here. I'm on carpentry. Oh. It only holds 12,000 liters of wood. That's not a lot. I probably got enough trees here already. Alright, so that does not hold... Alright, so that doesn't hold a whole lot. Well... So even if I put that at 300 times production, that's... I'm pretty much going to have to babysit that production. I wonder if that's the, is that the base game carpentry, or is that a modded one for the map? Because I would probably go in and add how much wood it can hold, because that's not a lot of wood. Well, I say I load up this wood in the truck, and we bring it on over, because I got more than enough here. Alright, like always, got to reset this because it's at 2 stacks for 6 meters. I need 1 stack for 12. I think it's loading on the... Yep, it's loading on the left. Switch it over. It's pretty full. I don't need to overstack it here because that's not going to take a whole lot of logs. I usually can hold about 35, 40,000. In this trailer. You can see where some tornadoes have been, which we haven't had a tornado in about 3 years here, which is good and I don't want to say bad, because it is fun to watch them unless they ruin your fields. Alright, so where is the drop-off points and such? I teleported here, so I don't know exactly where I was. Oh, there's the spawn area for the furniture. So, yep, that's what I'm left with, which is quite a bit. So, where am I here? Wood. Activate. And should be making some furniture. 12,000 liters. It'll hold 47,000 liters of long planks. But for what furniture sells for, I'd rather just sell long planks. So 10 for 14 is the ratio. Long planks sell for almost 2,000, and furniture sells for 2,000. So it's not worth it. It's not worth it for furniture. This is what I was looking at earlier to see if I wanted to run all three. Plank's the same thing in a way. So that's like, well, you see 1,400 is the best price. And the ratio for planks is what? 10 for 14. I mean, it might be a little bit worth it there, but not a whole lot. So I think we're just going to do the wood and sell the planks and long planks as is. I mean, yeah, it would help us out in the sawmill by putting that stuff on distribute. It would come here and make furniture. But, yeah, it's just not worth it for doing that at all. Sure you can't take any more? Nope. Wants nothing to do with it. Well, I thought I was going to put this on 300% production and stick a whole bunch of wood in there, but I guess that's not going to happen. Probably should have looked at it a little bit closer before I bought it, but it's there now, so... I guess the good news is we got 2 sawmills I could stick this in, or I could just leave this here and just wait to see how fast it goes through that wood. But if I got to refill it like 2 times a month, that's going to be kind of annoying. But my trailer looks like I hardly took any wood whatsoever. Oops, left it on. That's fine. Alright, we'll take this over. Leave those logs there for future stuff for the furniture. Let's go back over the bridge that I just touched up a little bit. See how the transition is from ground to bridge, bridge to ground. Oh, that was very smooth. Alright, 44,000 liters of wood in there. Alright, so I think I'm wanting to paint myself in a corner here by... let's go down to the store. Repaint. Sell. Yeah, I'm actually making a couple extra $1,000 if you take out the deduction of what I paid for paint. So that's not too bad. $315. So I need like $230,000 more to get myself a harvester, which I will not need until September. So I got 2 months. I mean, can we get that much money in 2 months? Oh, wait, what am I stuck on? What the heck? Oh, I think I'm inside of a wall. I'm inside the wall. I was like, there should be a cement barrier here. I'm actually inside the cement barrier. If I'd go third... Oh, well, that's a little bit close for third person. Oh, look at that mustache. That's a manly mustache. Let me no, I think I did the same thing. All right. There we go. Yeah, I was actually inside this cement barrier when I jump out of the cotton module harvester. Did I put the manure into the greenhouse? I got to make sure everything's running now for sure. No, I did not. Let's get the manure, put that into the greenhouse. We get more lettuce in the morning. And we'll go to August, start selling some stuff. So that sawmill up there is not running. Don't have wood in it. That one is. And of course, we got the furniture production going. But I'm kind of interested to see how much wood the furniture production goes through in a month at 100%. If it doesn't go through enough, then we can up the production. Ooh, a couple thousand liters of manure, so I didn't do it in the past couple months. Oh, what? Should the manure go here? I mean, do I really have to pour it on top of the... Well, this likes to go on top of my tanker, I guess. But where's the trigger for that manure? So the water trigger area is pretty large, but the manure one is not. Alright, I'm just going to keep dumping it where I know it'll take it, which is going to be near the rear. Insert joke here. I mean, I got money on the farm. If I don't make it with lettuce and wood products to buy the combine, we got money sitting around waiting for the best time of year to sell something. I could always just sell that. I could take out a loan because now I don't have any loans. And we all know I'm not shy in taking out a loan. Might as well close these doors also. All right. I think we're just going to go ahead and go to August and see how much wood the furniture factory went through. Can't I build a container wall for what? See what morning brings. Maybe the harvester's for sale. Oh, look at that. They gave... I was thinking about buying that tractor. But we're all set on tractors. All right. No big deal. Furniture factory, carpentry, AK. That went through very little wood. All right, that needs to go. That needs to go up to 300%. Alright, so we didn't make hardly any furniture. Well, I say I don't think we made any furniture. Where is furniture? I don't even have 2,000 liters worth of furniture. I mean, it is worth almost $4,000, but that's not what we're looking for. To pour manure in at the greenhouse? Well, why would I need a container wall when the greenhouse just accepts it? Container wall is not going to do anything. Other than maybe point me into a better direction of where the drop... I know where the drop-off point is, but when I saw earlier in the stream how wide of an area the water drop-off area is, I thought the manure would be accepted in a larger area as well, and does not appear that it does so. And really a container wall would just look ugly there in my opinion. Alright, so I'm working towards now getting this combine right here. I'm not going to upgrade the engine, so... nope, take that down. 550,000, so I need 240,000 more. I don't think, if at the current rate now, seeing the furniture factory, what it does... Don't think I'll have the money, but like I said, we can take out a loan, so not a big issue. Yeah, I did up the production of the furniture by 3 times, so hopefully we'll get more furniture. Well, we should get more furniture in the future, but... So, wait, I got... how much have I got in furniture? Furniture. $4,000 worth, so times that by 3. I should get $12,000 a day from that, so not a whole lot. Prefab walls. I'm actually spending money faster than I can make it now. Although, to be honest, and you've seen it, I've spent a lot of money today. So I should have like, what, 15,000 liters of wood left? Oh, pretty close, 14 and a half. 8 more pallets. So this will probably get me close to 400 grand in the bank account. Yeah, so I'll probably have to take out a small loan. Did I count right? That should be it. Oh, no, it didn't count right. Got 2 more. And they're going to spawn 1 at a time because they're wood beams. I'm hoping it gets me up to 400. It's going to be close. Alright, so the furniture production... I'm I'm glad I didn't buy that early in the series. Alright, so we're up to 407, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, so also, how much wood did it go through? I think it was at 10. Wasn't it like at 10 or 11? Let's say it was just at 11. It wasn't at 11, but let's just say it was at 11. It went through 1,500 liters. So that's going to last, even at 300%, that's going to last quite a bit. And that's what a pallet of furniture looks like. So you can see it's going to spawn a lot. I can spawn a lot of furniture here. Is there a really good time of the year to sell furniture? All right, so June, summertime is the best time to sell at 2,000. And the lowest point is 1,700. So it's not that much of a price difference, but it is there. Definitely is there. All right, let me go get some more wood for the sawmill because that's not going to last another month. And I'm going to need it. Actually, while we're over here, so I saw the pressure washer. Let's just give the truck a quick rinse. Because it's hiding my beautiful paint scheme that I got going on here. And yeah, we'll wash the trailer too, because I never have yet. But that doesn't look as dirty. You can see the water droplets on the chrome exhaust. One thing I haven't paid attention to is how long does the water stay there. Let's see if just by driving over to where I got to pick up the logs, see if the water is still on the truck when I get there. Oh yeah, that's a very smooth transition over the bridge now. Yeah, so I almost made 100 grand from the lettuce and the stuff from the sawmill in 1 month. So if I do that again, I'll give it to 500. And I will have a little bit more furniture next month. So it's going to be pretty close if I have the money. Kind of hard to see in this side because I parked where a bush was. The water's still there. So it's not instantly like it dries up. That log is in. There we go. It's like that log should be in range. Alright, need some more trees for the mill. So after I buy another harvester, I'll have to think of where to put the money, because I mean, just think, next spring, we're going to have $1 million again next spring. So, And I really don't, I can't really think of anything to spend that much money on, because, so let's probably start stockpiling some money. This may be a series where I actually have millions of dollars in the bank account and have nothing to do with it. All that roadcraft playing time paying off on your bridge building. If only. Yep, those gray trees are the ones to go for. They have a little bit more amount of liters of wood in them. Just trying to get a full logging trailer of wood for the sawmill. Just one of them. I should double check on the crawfish. Oh, I ran out of broad stock for the crawfish. Okay. Fish farm is good. Alright, so we got to take care of the crawfish. They need to be emptied and they need to be fed. Or baited, actually. Again, with the crawfish production, I know when I read the mod when it came out about a month ago or whatever it was, it says in the mod description, placed by a rice field. You can place it anywhere. It doesn't need to be near water or anything. So if you're looking like, well, I don't want to put a production next to my rice field, or I don't have a pond or a river, you can put it anywhere and it'll work. We just put it down by the pond to add for the realism part of it. That's all. No, I don't plan on as well, just for obvious reasons, but someone may say, because I did it on Riverbend Springs, but that was different, of buying oak trees and just cutting them down and putting them into the mill like I did on Riverbend. But this is definitely, I got trees here. No sense of buying trees when we can just cut them down and do it that way. Yeah, it was kind of cheaty the way we did it on, well, the way I did it on Riverbend by doing that. But I was buying the trees. It's not like I was cheating the money in to buy the trees. We were buying the trees and just cutting them and putting them into the mill. Alright, this should be a full trailer load, I think. If not, it's going to be good enough. Oh, the water's still on the truck. Yeah, it looks like we got ourselves a full trailer here. I mean, the trailer's not full, but I got enough to load up the trailer. Let me strap that in, and we'll try to take a little bit more. And is this going to go to the other side, is it? Alright, good enough. I just noticed my wheat field is ready for harvest. I thought they were ready in September. Well, it's ready now. But I can wait until September to harvest it. Put that in there. Alright, need the low loader. Gotta go grab some broad stock for the crawfish. Is that wheat field? Yeah, that wheat field. So, okay, I did plant. Oh boy, is wheat in July and August? Do I got the wrong dates on that? I must have. Because I'm a moron. Nope, the wheat needs to be harvested this month. Okay. Alright, so it looks like I'm taking out a loan. But that's not a big deal. Did you notice it when I went by the wheat field the previous time that the crop was ready for harvest? Alright, I need pallets. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think I'll take out a $200,000 loan, and I may just go ahead and, you know what, we're making a bunch of money. I'm going to get the combine with the biggest engine in there, because why not? I mean, we'll be fine money-wise. We know that. Dang it. Thank you. And let's go ahead and empty this out because there's not much space left in storage. I know there's more. You know, the second I get out, second you get out, that's when it spawns. Water's still on the truck. Three more pallets. Alright. back to the farm. We'll park this up. And like I said, we'll grab a $200,000 loan. See how much... Probably just 2 years. Actually, I may just put it for 1 year because I'm going to repay that loan back rather quick. All right, let's go to here. Take out a loan. I could take out a loan for over $2 million, but we just need $200,000 for 1 year. Monthly payments will be $17,000. So interest on that money would be $3,440. Think we can do that. All right, up to combines. Down to this class, or sorry, Cat Lexion. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and just put a 790 horsepower engine in there because why not? 590,500. The rim color, did I leave that? Ooh, I could make that any color that I want. Forgot about that. We got a lot of black on here. I'm thinking we go with the cat yellow, just to add a little bit more yellow to it. Like, I think that's what I did on the other one. And it charges me nothing for that. So, and the capacity of this combine is what? 18,000. That's nice. So I got 14,000. That's enough. Oh yeah, I do need to check. Wait, where am I here? I do need to check on this because we're getting close. So we don't have to mulch for the olives, I guess, because it's not coming up mulching. And yes, I did pay off 2 loans earlier, actually. I had the original loan. Was that the original loan that I had? The original 200,000? Or was no? The original loan was $500,000, but I think I only owed like 100. Oh, it was less than 100,000. Oh, my header's down here. I think I only had like 70,000 left on the original loan at $500,000, and then I had a $200,000 loan, which I think was down to like 100 and something. And that was for buying the cotton module harvester. But yeah, it's not going to take... It'll take me probably 3 months at most to pay back that loan. So yeah, the only reason why I sold the other Lexion for this one is the longer auger. But now we did get a bigger capacity, I do believe. Extra horsepower, I guess, never hurt anyone. And again, I'm going to chop the straw. I don't need to be keeping straw bales at this point. That auger is longer, I hope. I mean, it looked like it was a lot longer. Not by a whole lot. But it is. I thought it was going to be a little bit more than that. I guess it's also a higher angle as well. Okay, it is what it is. See how it works here in a little while. So all this wheat that we're harvesting, I'll have to check my inventory, but I think I might bring all this wheat just to the grain mill and make flour. I think I got plenty of wheat. Now, see, the section of the field I'm coming up to, there's a section up here where the header was binding up on the ground. Let's see if it does it with the upgraded Lexion. Somewhere when I get up near this next bush, right next to the fields, when it'll start to do it. I think. Well, it did slow down to 5, so I think it was in through here then. Yeah, that made the performance a lot better going through there. Going back to the 100 horsepower Challenger, the scythe on the mod. Farmable? If I could reach to the screen right now. Don't get me wrong, using that at the beginning would be kind of cool in some ways. So wait, how do you pick up the grain though? Do you have to use like a bucket loader to pick up the grain off the ground? I would assume. I also bring in wheat over to the grain mill. Just got to double check, but I'm guessing it doesn't hold. I'm probably going to get more crop off this field than what that can hold. All right, need the Ford. That's close enough, I guess. I mean, that is a question I'm interested in. Using the scythe, I would assume, of course, you know, you're not the harvester. The crop is just going to go on the ground. You probably got to use a bucket to pick it up, or how do you separate the stalk from the grain, or the grain from the stalk? Because like a medieval dynasty, yes, you harvest a crop that way, but then you bring it into a hut or a workstation, and you get your workers separate the grain from the stalk. Alright, so was the combine, spend that much more for the combine worth it? I still think I'm going to have some issues getting underneath it with the Ford. Alright, could have got closer, but the dual wheels on the Ford do make it a little bit difficult. But yeah, the auger does, it's like an extra 3 meters. While that's filling up, I gotta look at the grain mill. Old grain mill, that's right. Oh, I'm full on flour. Okay, wheat. It holds 27,000 liters of wheat. I don't want to buy a bakery to have the flour distributed to the bakery to make bread. I don't want to do that, so I think we'll just have to move the flour to the side. I don't think I'm going to get 27,000 liters of wheat off this field, so that's good. Well, don't have to worry about filling up the grain mill with it. So pretty much got to get the header right up against the trailer. But at least I can do it without having to wiggle up too much. And yeah, we got 22,500 liters of wheat in that trailer. So we'll bring that over to the grain mill, and I guess the rest of the wheat in the other field will have to go in the silo. So we'll harvest the other wheat field this month. I think also I don't have to mulch, it appears, but I'm going to mulch and plow. This mulching will help me show what row I went down, or have not gone down at that point. So we'll take care of the olives. Oh, I went past the month to sell the olives. Whoop. That's a strong olive bush, tree, whatever it is. I was supposed to sell the olives in June? Not the olives, but the olive oil. Well, we'll see what the price is. If the price is has dropped some, just keep it till next year, I guess. Let's see, I need to... Well, we'll just place it over here. I gotta get rid of the flour, or else putting the wheat in and activating that, it's not gonna do nothing because I have no room for flour. May have to put down one of those $9,000 sheds to store pallets in. I guess over in that corner I could. I'm not really turning around or doing anything much there. Might be space for it. I don't think I got a whole lot of space over here. Yeah, over here would be the best spot for it. Yeah, what's the price of the olive oil today? So 24.43. Oh, it's gone down quite a bit. Peak price is almost $3,000. Yeah, I should have sold it in June. So I'll probably hang on to that in the next year. It's not like I'm in dire need of money, even though I got a loan. But really, for me, $200,000 loan, that's nothing. All right, so I need to activate the wheat. Let me just see if that's a good spot for the pallet storage. What's that under again? First off, go up here. I think it's considered a silo. This building can be used to store your bales and pallets. So that's what I would need. I mean, yeah, if I put it in there like that, that's a good spot for it. I'm just trying to think of... because I got to drive in there to unload them. And the spawn point where that is. And I got to pick them up. And the trailer I would do that with would be the articulated one, which means I would either have to back up or go out this way. If that tree's in the way, I could just eliminate that tree, I suppose. There we go. I was like, you know what? Just plop it in. I was trying to make what's the best angle. It's like, you know what? How about I just put it in and see what happens? Just plop it on in. Painting. I don't think I need the straw in there, so I might eliminate that. So if I come in here and just click this, straw disappears. The straw is on the ground, which farmers said when I asked about in Riverbend Springs. The straw is in there, so like when you park your tractors and equipment there, any hydraulic fluid or any type of fluid whatsoever on your tractors, if it were leaking, the straw absorbs it. That way it doesn't get into the ground, so it's pretty neat. So yeah, we do have a place for our pallets, although I don't have anything over here, but we'll just grab one just so you can kind of see what it would do if you haven't seen one before. I'm pretty sure most of you have. And there it'll store the pallets over there. And then if I want to take them out, I just come over to this trigger here. And I can spawn the pallet. But it's a good storage area for now, instead of piling them up over here. I think the articulated trailer may just come over here and stay here, honestly. I don't know where I would park it. Probably just outside. And I'm not going to get around that. Because I'm not really using it over at the other farm, but here it would be crucial to unload that stuff and plop it in there. When it comes time to sell it, I could just probably use that because I'm not going to get that much, I don't think. And that's part of my problem. I don't think sometimes. So, yeah, we got ourselves today. We started today's stream with just a little over $1 million. I spent way more than that. I sold my Class Lexion, like 6,000 series for this 8900 series. So we upgraded this combine. We bought the furniture production for $300,000. I'm not sure I'll get my money back on that, but I think over time, you know, if I'm here a couple more years, I will. I'll just take a moment. So we spent $300,000 on that. Behind the sawmill, we got a shed along with the big Roy and a huge drill and, of course, seed/fertilizer tanker. That whole setup there was like $900,000 worth. It's oversized for this map, or not the map, but my fields. Currently, it's oversized. But you know what? It's there for funsies, right? That's what it's there for. If you haven't seen it, all this equipment here is from the Plains and Prairie Pack that came out like 10 days ago, or whatever, a week ago now. So that's the setup for that. Looking good, I think. Actually, I got to use it this month because I got to plant canola. That's another thing on my list to do this month. I got to plant canola this month. Or September. So we'll be using this next time. So we got to harvest the wheat, take care of the olives, and plant the canola. I think that covers it for the month of August. I think it does. Hello, Kitty. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Or maybe a Wednesday for you, depending on where you live. But unfortunately, for you just showing up, I'm just about ready to end it. Because I don't feel like doing any more harvesting right now. I don't feel like cutting down any more trees right now. And looking outside in real life, the sun actually came out, which I haven't seen in a couple of days. So I'm thinking about going outside, just sitting on my deck for a couple of hours and just zoning out. That's what I feel like doing. I mean, almost, yeah, we can call this a 4-hour stream. We're just a little bit short. And after spending $1.5 million today in the game, I think I need to rest up and stop spending. We need to accumulate some money, pay off that $200,000 loan I just took out, and get back to farming again. Well, I've been farming, but you know what I mean. I'll be back streaming tomorrow. I'm not sure if we'll be back here, but I'm thinking probably Roadcraft, because it's been a few days since we've been into Roadcraft. I need to get back on there. We just got on our 5th map on Roadcraft. So we got a lot of ventures to check out on Roadcraft. So I'll probably be streaming that tomorrow. And seeing what trouble I can get into there. See how far we can get. Probably not too far, because that 5th map looks like it's going to be a little bit of a challenge compared to where we've been to. But I appreciate everyone being here for a Tuesday farming session. If you're still here, you know where the thumbs up button is. If you haven't found it, it's down at the bottom of the screen. Thumbs down button's there too. You can hit that if you like to. Leave me comments on why, but no one ever does that. And if you're new here and you like this kind of content, you might want to think about hitting that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out on this kind of fun stuff. But I'll be back tomorrow streaming, same starting time like always. I think it'll be Roadcraft, but with me lately, you never know. But that's why I think I'll be streaming tomorrow is Roadcraft. So again, appreciate everyone being here. A reminder, I did release an episode of Car Dealer Simulator earlier today. We hired our first worker. So if that game has any interest into you, you might want to check it out on what a worker does, if you don't know already. And actually, I made a pretty good sale in the episode. I was actually surprised about the sale. That's all I'm going to say about it. But I'm going to jump out of here. Hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. But until then, have a good one.